Hello, students. Today's lesson, or at least part one of it, is titled Measurement. And we are going to look at measurement in three different ways today. We're going to look at volume, length, and mass. Now, what's interesting with volume, we're going to look at liquid volume. And with mass, what's interesting about mass, and I think you may have learned about this in STEM class, is that mass and weight, let me write the word weight here, they're kind of used interchangeably, but they really don't mean the same thing. Weight is how much gravity is pulling on something. So your weight would change on Earth versus the moon because on the moon we have less gravity. So you would weigh less on the moon. Where mass is how much matter makes up an object. So your mass would not change whether you were on Earth or the moon. So these are different, but I think for the purposes of our lesson, you can kind of think of them in a similar way, okay? Here's the confusing part about measurement. Very confusing. The United States uses a system called the standard system, but the rest of the world uses the metric system. And so if you live in the United States, you have to know both, and that becomes just a little bit confusing. But through this video and two other videos that I picked out from YouTube, I'm hoping to lessen that confusion. So let's start here. We're going to talk about length right here. Okay, so you guys know and have worked with inches. So 1 inch is about the size of a worm. Did you ever hear the term inchworm? Yeah. So 1 inch is the size of a worm. And let me show you, because you've used rulers before. So here's a ruler, and I'm on the inches side. So 1 inch is like from here to there. Okay, that's the length of an inch. Now, every inch is broken up into 16 equal parts. And if you count here, let me get like a finer tip. If you count from here to the 1, you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Each of those 16 equal parts represents 1/16 of a full inch. Each of these parts doesn't really have a fancy name. They're just 1/16 of an inch. That's why if you count to 8, 1/16, 2/16, 3/16, 4/16, 5/16, 6/16, 7/16, and right here at 8/16, right here, that's 8/16. And if we reduce 8/16, we get 1/2 of an inch. And if you look, that's halfway to the full inch. And each inch is divided up the same way. And then of course, you know, if you put 12 of these together, which is a full ruler, if you put 12 inches all together, then we call that 1 foot. So I have this written here. So we have the 1 inch. Every inch is broken into 16 equal parts. 1 foot is 12 inches, or the size of 1 ruler. This is 1 ruler. And finally, if you take 3 rulers and lay them in a row, 3 feet, 3 rulers, that's going to give you what we call a yard. Okay, so this is what we use in the United States. This is the standard system of measurement. And of course, we also go further, like we have miles. I'm not talking about that here, but we all know what miles are because we drive them every day. Now, when you take a ruler, right? You have this ruler, right? And you flip it to the other side. You turn it over. Now we're in the metric system. Check this out. Now we have, I don't know if you can see here, but we've got, this says millimeters, mm, and cm, centimeters. So 1 centimeter, because each of these numbers, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, are like the inches, but in the metric system. So you can see 1 centimeter goes from here to here. That's a centimeter. And a centimeter is about the size of a dime. If you think about the distance across a dime, it's about that size. The cool thing about centimeters is that every centimeter is broken up into 10 equal parts, right? And it's hard to count here because they're so small, but I'll try. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 equal parts. But of course, to make it more confusing, we don't call each of those parts 1/10 of a centimeter. Oh no, that would be too easy like we do the inches. No. We call each of these parts 1 millimeter. So that's why it starts to get confusing. With the inches, we called each of the 16 parts just a 1/16 of an inch. But now with centimeters, their little parts are each 1 millimeter. So you have 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter, okay? And I have this written down here too. So I wrote here, 1 centimeter is like the size of a dime across, you see that? Every centimeter is broken into 10 equal parts called millimeters. Oh, and then we have meters. Oh, this is fun. So then you can get bigger. So if you put 100 of these together, if you put 100 of these little centimeters together, right, you're going to get a meter. Well, what's 1 meter? Well, that's the length of like a baseball bat. So it's funny. It's almost like the meter in the metric system and the foot in the standard system are kind of similar, but the meter is actually longer than the foot because a foot, you know, is the size of this ruler and the meter is the length of a baseball bat. So I'm not going to lie to you. This is like super confusing. Now, I do have 2 other videos that you're going to watch that are going to just help, hopefully help break this down even more. One of the videos you're going to watch is just about length again. The other one is a little bit about mass, which is sort of like weight, but a little bit different. And then I'm just going to show you volume. So I'm just going to walk you to my kitchen right now. Let me unhook this phone right here. And let's take a little stroll. Just so you guys know, here's where I make my videos. This is my video making setup. But we're gonna walk down to my refrigerator. See my feet here down the stairs. I didn't want to make 2 videos, so we'll just combine this into one. Here we go. Oh, there's Sonny making eggs, but I won't show him. Hey, Sonny, I'm making a video for my kids. Okay, so in my refrigerator, we're gonna talk about volume, liquid volume. Just as a reminder, I know most of you know this already, but like here's our milk, right? And if I zoom in here, you see 1 gallon. So we measure here in the US in gallons, and this is how much a gallon is, like a gallon jug. You can also see the conversion to liters, 3.78 liters, but liters are the metric system. Wait, or are they? Yeah. Okay. Then we have our almond milk here. This is half gallon or 1.89 liters. So there you're looking at a gallon versus a half gallon. And then we can go even smaller to my half and half here for my coffee. This is 1 quart. This is volume, 1 quart. That's how much a quart is. And then we have our beef stock here. This is 32 ounces. So now we're going down to ounces, but then look, that's 4 cups. There's so many different ways. What's this? Here we have some grape juice. Grape juice is 3 quarts. Right there, 3 quarts. We've got salad dressing. That's a pint. Okay, so here's a pint. That's what a pint looks like. So my point is, there are just tons of ways to measure volume, but notice all of these are liquids. So volume is liquids, things like gallons, half gallons, quarts, ounces, pints. All right, I have 2 other videos for you guys to watch. Hey, Rocco. Rocco, say hi to the kids. Rocco, say hi, kids. Learn about measurement. Okay. All right, so we're gonna keep looking at these other 2 videos and we'll get the hang of this. Thanks for watching and happy trails to you.